Conversations are designed to foster societal learning and growth through open-minded discussion. Viewers are encouraged to engage with a balanced perspective.
It's not daily rant on my people, but too loud make I give you simple. Street they talk, but my heart they filter. Now I bring 'em raw daily rant.
Hi viewers, welcome to another episode of a Daily Rant. If you don't know who I am by now, you need Jesus, Muhammad, David, Son, Holy Spirit, only now, only before, for them to hit you like a grenade. My name is Lex. I have someone special in the house today. Holy Father, bless me, help me. Somebody. You think I'm unfiltered? This one, I'm cooked. Hey, I'm in trouble. If I don't get counsel tonight, hey, she. Let's welcome our one and only Prayer in the house.
Hello, everyone. Free here.
All right, put the mic to you. Good Lord. That's the only time I'll help you today.
Yeah, thank you.
Fair enough. Our name is Prayer. We'll see how things move forward. She's today is our first how do you want to call it? She's a intern, so she's doing an intern with me today. So I need to show her the way. Then we'll see if we can do what they do in America. We'll pay her under the salary, the minimum wage, right?
Yes, thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, you're an immigrant, all right? I need to pay you underneath the minimum wage.
Minimum wage.
I don't need to pay the full minimum, the proper minimum wage. I need to pay the below the market. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Thanks for coming out. I know it was a late booking, but you managed to get here. All right. Listen, I don't want to waste too much time. We're gonna hit it on the nail straight away. I think there's some interesting conversation that we're gonna have. Let's remove our names out of the screen. People don't want to see too much of ourselves. But let me do one thing quickly. All right, there you go. That's working. Okay. So we're gonna talk about the whole Epstein situation. All right. You have some strong opinion about it.
I have strong opinion about a lot of things.
Yeah, and I'm scared. I think I'm gonna get canceled. I swear to God, I think I'm gonna get canceled. And to be honest with you, I wanted to talk freely. You don't have to worry about anything. I do appreciate when people actually say their mind. All right. So pray. Based on what you know about the whole Epstein situation right now, what can you say from your perspective that what makes sense and what doesn't make sense?
What doesn't make sense? I think you need to be out of this world to think that something doesn't make sense here. Everything makes sense, actually. If you look at it, just the fact how he died inside the prison. That's what I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
That just makes sense because
just automatically it just happened to.
It just happened. How does it?
It just happened. It just.
He just died.
It just died, and the cameras were turned off. The little things were not where it needs to be.
He's the most high-profile prisoner. They need to have some kind of cameras, some kind of strict security. People talk about him all the time in the media, and then he just dies all of a sudden inside the prison, where there's so much of security, and nobody knows about it, and it's just so evident that what's happening.
Yeah, like,
it's so evident, but
the math is just not mathing basically, because if you look at, I think when they said they put him in prison, whatever it is, I'm like, oh, just wait for it, and what do you know? Boom! One day Epstein is there. I say, oh yeah. And there's a lot of people say it might still be alive or whatever it is. Some people say, oh, he's completely unalive. Before I let you continue, this is the things that I observe is that Nobody is gonna be held accountable.
See, another thing that I've just noticed is there's a video that's come out where it's Ghislaine Maxwell. She's inside the prison in a prison suit, and there's a camera inside her prison. I don't know where the camera came from, but they have a camera for her. And how come there was never a camera
for him, right?
Yeah, for Epstein. I mean, okay, we can think that somebody might be taking the video from his phone from the vent, but it doesn't look like it's moving, right? The camera.
Yeah.
Like when you look at Ghislaine Maxwell's prison camera.
Yes, correct.
And
it's very stationary, like it's not moving at all.
So there seems to be, like monitoring cameras for them. They have to have this kind of cameras. Like if you know that El Paso, what was it, the gangster from?
The Mexican.
Mexican gangster.
Yeah. I know.
El Paso. He ran away from.
When he escaped, when he escaped from prison, basically,
he
right?
made a hole inside the. He made a tunnel.
Oh shit, man!
So there was cameras, right? They have to have this kind of cameras to keep and monitor what's happening to these high-profile prisoners.
Yes,
inside.
correct.
But then, and especially when it comes to Epstein, we don't need to see what El Paso is doing in his prison. But we need to know what Epstein is doing because there's so many high-profile people who are connected to him.
Yes, correct.
Starting from Bill Clinton. We don't know how much he's involved, but we have seen pictures of him in the pool with Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm being very honest.
Let me drink my water.
I don't know how many people might think he's innocent or he's not done it, but let me tell you one thing. I was a small kid when I was in school, and I heard it's not a rumor. It was all over the papers. It's all over the news that he was caught with his secretary or assistant inside the White
Levinsky
House.
or Levansky or whatever her name was.
Inside the White House when he was the president of America. He was caught in this kind of scandal.
She was assisting him with taking something and she has to touch her toes. Allegedly.
So if he can do that while he's
the president of a country,
the current president of the country, if he had the audacity to do that, well, going to the island is a small thing, everything is in his control at that time. So, my opinion with him is that there's so many others. Well, when it comes to Trump, his name is there like how many times? I think I have heard that his name is there 35,000 times.
35,000 times?
Yes, in all of the files. It's just like a certain amount of files, it seems. That's what I've heard. However, he's been denying it. So if he's denying it so strongly, maybe he hasn't done it. Or he's done everything possible to make sure that nobody can prove it.
Okay, the thing is that one of the things that I've said many times is that how do you hold these people accountable? Okay, I did a video a couple of days ago and I said it's like they have the best lawyers.
All the money in the world.
They own most of the banks. They have all the odd jobs that pays our bills. They own it. You understand? They control everything. You understand? Who is able to hold God accountable? Because they behave like God-like.
We have to hold them accountable. Like, even if we are not able to put them behind bars, or we are not able to actually give them the punishment that they deserve, but we have to talk about it and we have to hold them accountable. So, maybe we're not able to do anything right now. We don't have the power, but there's always going to be a future. They're not always going to be in the power. They're going to grow old, obviously.
Fact.
And their generation's going to be... For example, David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's son, Brooklyn, he's talentless. Doesn't have any talent. Yeah, if his parents, once his parents are gone, who's going to even... if his parents had done something wrong, in the future, he would be held accountable, and he would... Other than the little bit money, what's ever left from all of the lavish lifestyle they have, they will have to live with it, and that's how it's going to be. We might not be able to hold the people, the ones who are in power at the moment who've done these things accountable, but their children will have to pay.
Okay, hold on a second. But that's not fair, though. Let's be honest, though.
Why is it not fair? Because the children are living a life of royals right now with all the things that the parents have done. Why somebody has to be held accountable?
Yeah, but so that's exactly my point. Is that it's extremely very difficult to try to hold them accountable because these guys, they control everything. They are in front of everything. They, like I said again, they have the best lawyers. They have the best doctors. They own most of all this organizational corporation. They own YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. They own everything. You understand? They can snap their fingers and a lot of things they will get away with almost a lot of things. So this is the thing that amazed me. I was listening to some of the news about what FBI. There was a time that the FBI was trying to hold someone accountable. Then now FBI is now to retract. They said, "Oh, this person is not guilty anymore." It's like even though the FBI is compromised.
See,
that's the thing that really shook me the most. I'm like, okay, so even that FBI now.
See,
a couple of months ago, you said that no, this guy is responsible for something. Then out of the blue, now you're taking the guilt away from him. Like you making it like in a state of, oh, he's not guilty anymore, but because we. Due to something about justice. I'm gonna play the video in a second for you guys to see because it's crazy. Like, how are we in a world whereby, with some of the things that's been alleged in those files, we're talking about some of the most sadistic thing you could ever think about on the planet of this earth.
It's just so funny, all the rules that they make. All the rules that they make for us. It's only for us. It's not for them.
Yeah.
These rules that underage children, we have to protect them. We have to do this. All the rules that. Look at what they're doing.
I watched the video this afternoon. We're gonna react. Actually, I just remembered just now. We're gonna react to it. We're gonna listen to what this lady said, and I want to get your reaction because I know you'll be unfiltered. But first of all, this is the latest, one of the latest videos that I found about this. So let's listen to what this lady about to say. I haven't played this video yet. All right.
United States government is engaged in an active cover-up of the largest trafficking scandal and influence peddling scandal in the history of the United States, and Donald Trump is right at the center of it. And the person who is living to provide the evidence, who knows what is going on, is trying to invoke the Fifth to buy her clemency. Donald Trump is not only named thousands of times in the latest release from the Department of Justice, he is named over 38,000 times in the files that were released 2 weeks ago alone. And we know that that only represents half of the files that the Department of Justice has in its possession, including files that were used for direct investigations of perpetrators, people who committed crimes, people who were co-conspirators in those crimes, and individuals who knew of those crimes. We know that there are multiple administration officials, including Howard Lutnick, Elon Musk, who served as the appointee for the DOJ efforts in the White House. We know that the Secretary of Navy. We know that Steve Bannon. We know that there are more than 36 associates, family members, and individuals directly associated with Donald Trump named in those files.
And that's the thing which was it. He was showed up over 38,000 times.
I just want to answer to the comment that Marco Mamba has said. Trump is innocent in this. All right, he might be innocent in this, but I'm 1,000% sure that he must be aware that these things are happening, even if he wasn't personally involved.
Yeah.
He is aware. I'm 100% sure all of these elites whose names are coming out, they were aware of what Epstein was doing, but they just didn't want to take it talk about it because see, he's dead now. Epstein is dead now, and still people are redacting the names in the file, hiding the names of these people. Who's hiding it? Who's in power? Why are they hiding it?
You see, that's another thing again that makes me scratch my head. It's like, why does it feel like a lot of people have been protected at the moment?
Because they might, even if Trump was not doing it himself, he was aware. It's really, it has to be really, really, you need to be really dumb to think that he wasn't aware, because the amount of power they have, the kind of information they can get, we know about our neighbors.
Yeah.
We know certain things.
That's a good point,
How
actually.
can he not know about his neighbor? He was his neighbor, right?
And there's a lot of videos and a lot of, you know, pictures of him when he was literally, you know, they were hugging together, they're having conversation, whatever it is. And he's, you know, he said he's his friend, like,
In a lot of parties. And
yeah,
stuff.
I'm thinking how, like, if you do something that degenerate, even to the point, we're talking about cannibalism, yeah.
And it wasn't like one-time thing. It was a lifestyle.
Yeah, that is exactly what really scares me the most. Is like, this is a life. This is like it's a lifestyle.
How can he not know? Like, look at for example, look at P. Diddy.
Oh,
His lifestyle. A lot of people were aware of it.
Oh yeah.
People were aware of it. The people who went to his club parties and all, they were aware of it. It's just that nobody spoke about it until somebody took it out. And he's not that. PDD has a lot of money, but he's not that powerful.
It doesn't even scratch the balls of these guys, man. Yeah. we're talking a whole different industry entirely. It's not even close. Let's listen to this senator. It kind of breaks this based on today. All right, maybe they've added a little more information. Please put a comment section down below. Is that what do you think about this whole situation? Do you think, you know? Let us know. Appreciate it. Thanks, Morgan, for coming. Appreciate it. Put it in the comment section. What do you think about this situation? All right. And the real question I want to ask is that, how do we hold them accountable? Because that is, for me, is the biggest part of all this whole situation. How can we hold these mortal gods accountable for some of the most despicable thing they could ever do to another human being? How do we hold them accountable? You understand? Please put the comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And while you're there, please don't forget to subscribe and be part of the conversation. Let's listen to this senator. He said something that was very interesting. I want to get his perspective.
Congressman Massey and I went to the Department of Justice to read the unredacted Epstein files. We spent about 2 hours there, and we learned that 70 to 80% of the files are still redacted. In fact, there were 6 wealthy, powerful men that the DOJ hid for no apparent reason. When Congressman Massey and I pointed this out to the Department of Justice, they acknowledged their mistake, and now they have revealed the identity of these 6 powerful men. These men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikoladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI. Now, my question is, why did it take Thomas Massey and me going to the Justice Department to get these 6 men's identities to become public? And if we found 6 men that they were hiding in 2 hours, imagine how many men they are covering up for in those 3 million files.
Shit.
But the story gets worse. The reality is that Donald Trump's FBI scrubbed these files in March, long before Thomas Massey and I passed the Epstein Transparency Act. Now, my bill is clear. The Epstein Transparency Act requires them to unredact those FBI files. And yet the Justice Department said to me and to Congressman Massey, we just uploaded whatever the FBI sent us. And guess what? The FBI sent scrubbed files. That means the survivor's statement to the FBI, naming rich and powerful men who went to Epstein's island, who went to his ranch, who went to his home and raped and abused underage girls or saw underage girls being paraded, they're all hidden. They're all redacted. It's a little bit of a farce. They're inviting all the members of Congress to go to see the Department of Justice, quote unquote, unredacted files, but they've got all redacted files from the FBI. And it's not the fault of the Justice Department attorneys. They were just told upload things that Donald Trump's FBI had already scrubbed. It's a blatant violation of the Epstein Transparency Act, but it also asks a fundamental question. Who are they protecting? Why are they protecting these rich and powerful men, people I call part of the Epstein class? Why are we in a country where there is no elite accountability for people who do the most heinous things? You have in England the king now calling for an investigation and possible prosecution of his own brother. You have in Norway the princess who no longer has support to be the queen. And yet in the United States of America, we have someone in the cabinet, Howard Lutnick, who is all over these Epstein files, who allegedly had business with Epstein after he was convicted of pedophilia, and he still is in the cabinet. We need to ask ourselves, are we in America going to have elite accountability? Are we going to call on rich and powerful people who broke the law or cavorted with a pedophile, a convicted pedophile? Are we going to call them to account? Are we going to have prosecutions for billionaires who went to this island and either raped underage girls or saw underage girls being raped and didn't say anything? Are we going to have investigations? I'll tell you what this is about. It's not just about the 1,200 survivors. It's about 2 tiers of justice in America. It's about people who can accumulate wealth and power and don't have to care about the rest of America. They have destroyed so much of this country. Income inequality is at a 60-year high. Worker salaries are less than they have been for 75 years as a part of GDP. Somehow this country seems to be working for the rich and powerful, but it's not working for ordinary working class Americans. I say enough. It's time to begin with accountability for the Epstein class. Hold them in front of Congress, those people who visited the island or did business with Epstein after he was a convicted pedophile. Investigate them, prosecute them, and let's return to democratic accountability in the United States of America.
So, I mean, he said a lot of things there that on the surface, he's not lying at all. He said, that's exactly my question is that, how do you hold these guys accountable? You understand? How do you hold them accountable? They have the best things in life. They have access to everything.
Even FBI is under them.
That's exactly my point. Let's look at what you said. It's like, just imagine they asked you to submit a document. Then you went to put something on top of the document. Then you say, oh, I give it to you to just upload. Like, do they actually think people really that stupid? And these are the same people that you need to expect for them to do things on behalf of you, just an average person. That's why I said over there is just an illusion. I'm sorry, you guys know with Americans. I say my truth about Americans. Their culture there is toxic. That is like the best you can hope for.
See, this things of pedophilia. We're talking about pedophilia here. Old men who love young children, young girls below the age of 16. Yeah. Pedophilia has been happening in this world since a very long time, and it's going on even now.
Yes, correct.
The only reason we know about Epstein is because of social media and because the world has changed, and some of them came out, and then there were journalists who dug up this, and then it took them many years to even hold him accountable. There was a lot of like cases. So many times he was out on bail. They had to really
hold on a
work out.
second. So are you telling me that they've actually been chasing after this man for years?
Aren't you aware of it? Yeah, of course. The police were aware of this, and then they went to his the bungalow where he used to call all these little girls from school. Like you were aware, right? The first time the police were aware of Epstein is from a school.
Wait, pause. Wait. It's getting hot in a minute. Hold on a second. Can you say that again?
Yeah.
So this shit started that he actually hunts girls from school.
Yeah, of course. It was like that. So basically he had a bungalow, and I forgot, it has to be somewhere in Miami or somewhere.
All right.
In a very posh.
Posh neighborhood, right?
He had a bungalow, like he had a big villa. And then there was this another area of Miami where they have this middle class people.
All right, okay.
So they would have somebody in the schools like where it's under girls, and then one girl would encourage a girl to come over to the villa for a massage, and they would say that there's a rich man, if you give him a massage, he's going to give you $100. So for a schoolgirl, $100 for
That's a lot of money.
for a middle class family where they don't have a lot of money, they've never seen a posh area like that, they've never been to a villa like that. For a 16 or a 15 or 14 years old girl, that's a lot of money. So that's how they used to take the girl. So once the girl goes, and the girl has even told how it all happens over there. The moment you enter the house, you go inside, and then you're told to go inside the massage room, where you go and sit there, and then this man walks in, this old man, naked, and then he lies down, and then he tells you to take off your clothes, and just take off your clothes and massage me, and then that's how it happens. And this 14 or 12 years old girl doesn't know how to say no, and of course she's scared now because the friend that she's come with, has left her there, saying that, okay, I have to leave now, so just do what he says, and you come out. So what does she do? So she has to do what has been told, and then the next time, and of course she's given $100 after that, and she goes back, and then she's like, of course she's a bit worried about what happened, but then she has $100. So whatever worry she has been taken away by the $100, and maybe she doesn't go for like a week, but again she wants to go back for that money. And the next time she goes, she's told to bring another friend of hers from the school.
Jesus Christ.
So that's how so many
That
girls.
is how the pattern sort of began, basically,
exactly.
right?
That's how it started, and that's how the police first came to know about it, from the school. From one school, there were multiple girls going there to give massage. And that's how they started. And then when they started investigating, it was so difficult to get a hold of Epstein in the first place. Forget about putting a case on him. They couldn't even go near the bungalow in the first place, because if a cop was outside the bungalow, his job was in jeopardy. Like, he would either lose his job, because he would definitely get a call from
Somebody from the Arabs, basically, right?
Yeah, so it was a very hard job for the cops. The cops themselves have come out and said, the ones who started first investigating it. His whole interview is there, how he struggled for years to even get evidence, even though he had the girls talking about it, but they needed hardcore evidence because of his status in the society and the connections he had.
And to be fair, that's something about me, is that anytime there's any kind of allegation, I always just make sure that there be proof. You understand? But man, if they keep quacking like a duck over and over and over and over and over, man, the one that really does my head was when I found out that allegedly that there are instances whereby cannibalism. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of fucking world are we living? Cannibalism.
See, not only cannibalism.
That I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I just don't understand. It's like I think it was at the start of last year. I think there was a trend that was going on TikTok when people were talking about the richest people in the world. They were in this specific island. That's where they do celebrate their New Year's and shit like that. I'm like, imagine things that will go on there that would never see the light of day. You understand? I mean, like I said 2 days ago, we are the only ones that can hold them accountable. And we can only hold them accountable by not participating in the shenanigans. So you as a father, you as a mother, all right? Or you as an individual that you're chasing fame, you're chasing money. The belly of the beast is something that is nothing but dangerous. But everybody has a price today. This whole Epstein situation made me realize a lot of people have a price. You understand? You have a price. If you can, how much are you, what, 100 million? All right. They'll give you 100 million. But you have to do whatever they want you to do. And that's what it is that all these people that are coming out, I know some people, they're coming out because they go through a horrific situation and they're going to put them in jail or say they're crazy, or they'll come up with whatever excuses, really. Look at this man that you're watching right now. A senator in America. He's asking the same questions we asked him. So which means this man himself, as a senator in America, he doesn't have any control, any power to be able to hold him accountable. How the fuck do you expect him not to get away with it? Man, this shit is crazy, man. I swear to God.
So If the social media wasn't there, this thing wouldn't be happening right now, and we would never ever even be talking about them right now. Okay,
At all.
This would have just gone into,
Oh, it would have gone
into the
incognito.
history without anybody knowing it and stuff.
Yeah.
And the way, you know, people are coming out and saying, I don't think Trump is accountable, or I don't think this person is accountable just because the person's name is there.
Mm-hmm.
It is a saying, there's no smoke without a fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's always something that has to happen before people can finally say that, okay, they have an opinion about, you know, about these, about, okay, something transpired or something has happened. And especially when it goes to for me, this is why in this life, you know, I can only speak for me. And what sort of things do you want to bring into your life? Sometimes chasing all this wealth, you want to build 15 houses, 30 houses, you want to have 5 cars, 10 cars. You can only be in one particular place at a time. You understand? You can only be in one particular place at a time. But unfortunately, the fatal attraction to wealth, to fame, is so intoxicating that some people, even though there's something, you know, like you go to a particular place, you can feel like, yeah, there's something about this place, I'm not just feeling it. A lot of people feel that, but the law of the compensation, which is usually always end up being money. Money. Because if you have all this fame in this world, your fame is going to open a lot of doors to you that you'll be able to monetize on it. You understand? It's the same old situation. The only time we'll be able to hold these bastards accountable is us. If you don't call it in and put yourself in a situation whereby they can say, how much are you worth?
Sorry.
100,000? If you're 100,000, I give you 100,000 right now. You can. That is it. It's so fucking crazy because the politicians cannot hold them accountable. The police cannot hold them accountable.
Say, no one's going to hold them accountable because whatever evidence they have either redacted, they've hidden, or killed. Okay, simple as that.
It's just that simple.
Yeah, Epstein is gone, and he died inside the prison. The most high-profile person who would have taken out so many people's names died inside that prison.
Yeah.
Under heavy security. So that just shows how many people are involved in it. Okay, you don't have to be. This is not rocket science. You really don't have to be like a senator or an investigator to know that. You just know he just didn't die. He was a healthy person. Something happened to him there.
Oh, something definitely happened.
So.
All right, let's quickly brush up. Let's talk back. Let's talk something else, okay? Because we're still on there, talking about the Epstein saga. Well, so Maxwell, obviously, I'm sure you've seen the interview, right? She pleaded the fifth the entire time, and I'm like, hundreds of thousands of people, they need the closure, and she pleaded the fifth. This is what I've always said many times. I've said on my live streams. The law is, if you follow the law, you're a fool. Because the law itself is the justification for the elite to get away with some of the most degenerate thing that happens under this world. Because laws have all kind of clauses. Okay? They get just for the fact that they can employ the best lawyers, that shit used to piss me off. I wish I could just get a high school graduate to come and be the lawyer for them. But they get the best lawyers to so-called defend them. And they will get away with it. So this whole Epstein situation for me, what it made me realize is that people have price. If you don't know how to be self-sufficient in yourself, if you want to go play with the devil and you don't bring a proper cutlass or a big spoon, you will get fed to the beast. So watch out, ladies and gentlemen. We are the only one that can hold them accountable. We can only hold them accountable by not participating in the shenanigans. All right? If you're chasing money, if you're chasing fame, if you're chasing what, look at all the celebrities. There was a video that was going on the other day. If you look at their eyes, it's like the humanity is not there anymore. Many of them have literally, something is out of them. Like they're very lifeless, like a shell of themselves.
Did you hear about this thing called the adrenochrome?
What's that?
You haven't heard about adrenochrome?
No.
Okay, so maybe this is going to be a shock for you today. Adrenochrome is liquid, okay, that you take out from people or human beings when they're about to die. So when a human being is about to die, in fear, in extreme fear, they sweat, and you have these teardrops that come out of the eyes. That's called adrenochrome, and that's cost millions of dollars. And the celebrities and the high-profile elites, they use these droplets so that they can remain younger. And this doesn't come out from normal human beings. It comes out from kids, children. When they're most scared and about to die, that's when these droplets come out. Adrenochrome. Just do a research. So they are extracting this from kids. So how are they extracting this? Of course, these kids are dying, right? In extreme fear.
Yeah.
So there's a market for that.
Shit. Oh God, you're gonna get me cancelled. You're gonna get me cancelled so bad. Oh my goodness.
There's a movie that came out recently. It's based on a true story, made by Mel Gibson.
Oh yeah.
The Sound of Freedom.
I heard about it. That they say it's based on true life
The
stories.
Sound of Freedom. It's all about the child trafficking from America to Mexico, how it works, how many kids get kidnapped and sold off in the market, how the child market works, and once they get into this, how difficult it is for them to take the kids out of there, and the kind of life that children have to go through there. And it's based on a true story. Mel Gibson, he made this movie. The cop who actually went through this whole
situation,
who on the movie whose life
the story
it's
based on
this cop is there. He's telling this interview. He's interviewing himself and telling this story. This movie will make you cry when you watch it. You cannot believe this is actually happening. But it was so difficult for Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is not a small.
No.
He's a big name in this industry. He had a hard time marketing this movie, and nobody wanted to. Come out and advertise for this movie. Nobody wanted.
So I heard they couldn't market it properly because all the major studios didn't want to pick it up.
He had to come out and make videos and tell the public to go and watch this movie because it is based on a true story. So my question is why? Why would none of the Hollywood producers or actors why would they not want to endorse this movie?
Because
why when it's based on facts?
They've bent the knee to something else. You understand? So they cannot promote it. And this.
Why can't they promote it? It's based on facts.
And this Epstein situation now. One of the things that I end up realizing is that there is no morality in our society. You understand? There is no morality. If you want to go viral, all you have to do is show up your ass and get naked.
Yeah, get naked and dance.
You go viral. Literally, it's just that easy. I can take off my shirt right now and take off my pants and my ass or my short pants. That is it. You see my big African yash. That is it. You go viral straight away.
Oh my.
I mean, it's so fucking degenerate that intelligence thing that's actually going to elevate people doesn't make you go viral. It's some of the most degenerate thing you do. These are the things that will make you go viral. And it goes to the same thing. The pursuit of fame. Okay? The pursuit of want to be on top, this money. It creates a society that has no morality. And you're open to some of the most, like I told you earlier on before. Do you know how rich you have to be that you're so rich that you can buy anything you want in this life? Everything becomes boring to you. Like you're gonna go to some crazy fantasy in your head to entertain you. And those things, they're not like, falling off the tree or whatever. It has to be something that is not fun for an average person. It's gonna be something very horrific and extreme.
That's the thing I'm telling you about. Just from my experience, okay. So I was just talking to someone, and there was a couple that I recently met, and this couple were they've been dating each other for 6 to 7 years, and they wanted to experience new things in life. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like maybe try out 3. So the point I'm trying to make here is this couple was talking to me about this, and they asked me what is my opinion about such things in life. So I gave them a very clear opinion that I told them that one day you might even want to be P. Diddy, because that's how P. Diddy started. Yeah. He was married with a woman, and then once he started becoming richer, the more money started happening, the more exploration he wanted to do, because he was getting it all, so he didn't want to let it go.
Yeah, no.
So that's how it starts. You know, the more money you have, the simple things that make us happy doesn't make them happy.
I need some little young thing, you know?
They're not content with it.
No, young thing, come. And that's the thing, it's so fucking crazy though, because the thing is that this is why I said, like, boring is so underrated sometimes.
Especially if you have a lot of money and you can buy anything in this world. The things that make us happy, going to a restaurant, going to a swimming pool, going on a date, it doesn't make them happy.
No,
that's stupid.
It actually irritates them, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
This is how crazy it is. Good point that you made. I think I saw Will Smith one time said, this conversation was along the line of, don't quote me, all right? Okay? Because I know a lot of people don't like Will Smith lately. I don't hate him either. You understand? He's who he is. But the thing is, I think he said something along the line of that when you have all the money, like, it's like all those things is not, yeah, it's not, it's cool, it's nice to have, but this is why lately he's been very adventurous. He travels into Antarctica, he actually did a TV series recently when he, went to the jungle and try all sort of things. And I get, this is why I always say is that ignorance sometimes is such a good bliss that people don't really appreciate. Because the more money you have, the more sort of, you have a different kind of problem. You have a different problem that is not something that you used to basically every day.
See, there's a happiness in nothingness.
I agree with you. Look at me twitching my eyes like a 5-year-old.
When you have no money, of course you have no money, but you have a satisfaction, you have nothing to lose because you have nothing.
Yeah.
But the ones who have a lot of money, they're always stressed out.
Yeah,
they're
super stressed out.
They might have a lot of assets and all, but they also have a lot of loan. It's kind of like they don't have money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
We are the stupid people who keep money in the bank. The rich ones, the millionaires, never keep money in the bank.
Nah, they never keep money in the bank. Like, the bank is there to. They go to the bank to borrow, to get money out. They don't put money in. We are the donkeys that put money in the bank, and I need to put my savings there. Idiots. All right, let's move forward. This is the second part of the conversation tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's go to the second part.
Ladies and gentlemen, all right. Anything that has been said tonight, please don't hold it against us. Please. And one more thing again, if you're watching, if you're enjoying this, please kindly subscribe to the channel. I really, really appreciate it if you guys can do that. Just click the follow button and subscribe. I'm on all social media panel, as you can see. It's right there, and it's right there too. Now, this next conversation is a bit sensitive, okay? The Israel and Palestine. You specifically, you actually want to give your point of view. And I think it was towards the end of last year, I came one very morning. I'm like, I just asked myself a simple question. I said, I don't have to be from Palestine and I don't have to be from Israel to know that when I see people getting unalived for no reason, this has nothing to do with me being a Palestinian or me being from Israel. This has to do with something to do with humanity. You understand? As a human being, how would you watch somebody else suffer? And because you think one part belongs to one part, the other, like, it takes away the humanity out of you. I felt so bad that morning I came back from work. I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. A lot of people unfollowed me because I checked the statistics after that day. A lot of people unfollowed me because I have an opinion about it, because I don't want to see people dying.
opinion about what? Like you support Palestine?
Yes,
but
I
I
said.
think a majority of people support Palestine.
No, a lot of people don't like, even though the algorithm does not want you to talk about Israel and Palestine.
Why would that be? That's the biggest thing that's happening in the world. Like
No, no,
there's
no, no.
been protests going on our streets for
Oh, I
last 2
promise you.
years.
I don't know what's going to happen with this live stream.
Yeah.
It's not going to be viewed by a lot of people because that's what usually happens. Anytime I have conversation about, politics or whatever it is, it doesn't get the views that it needs to get because people don't want to watch it because it's too edgy.
That's still, I'm going to talk about it because, okay, we're going to talk about, I want to talk about it because people, what I feel, most of the people who don't want to talk about it, they're ignorant. That's why they don't know what they're talking about. Like, honestly, you need to have a clear idea about why it happened, what is the root cause of it, before you go ahead and like stand out protesting, or like before you go and say that a person who doesn't support Palestine is an inhuman being. Like a lot of people think that the ones who don't support. Like I'm not supporting Israel, but I don't support Palestine as well. Okay, for me the question is who is right and who is wrong here. It's not about the number of people. There's billions of people in this world. Wars have been always happening.
Correct.
People have been dying. Children have been dying. Women have been dying. Everywhere. It's
Correct.
not just there.
Correct.
Currently, there's things happening in Africa. Somewhere in
Absolutely. In South Sudan right
insane
now.
things.
In Congo, there be a lot of people are getting on the live every day in Congo. In Nigeria, where I'm from,
Insane things
a
are
lot of
happening.
things are going on there. Yes, correct.
No one talks about it. I don't see anybody going to the street protesting,
That's
breaking
true.
things and stuff. But
Good point.
I don't understand why is it such a hype about Palestine. Why? You're not talking about your own country and your own people, but you're worried about them. Why?
Shit. You just put me in my place right there.
But I just ask questions that you should just sit and then think sometimes.
Oh my
rather,
God.
there are two kind of people in this world, okay? If I give you an example of this, there's like 100 sheeps in the mountain, but there's just one dog that controls the sheeps. So what do you want to be? You want to be the sheep, or do you want to be the dog?
I want to be the dog.
Yeah, exactly. But if you go think like how everybody else thinks, then you're just a sheep. These people who don't want to listen to this kind of things, they're sheeps. They're the sheeps who just gather together and go and protest. And when you go to interview them and ask them, do you know what happened? They don't know what happened. Do you know where is the river to the sea? They don't know where is the river, where is the sea.
Yeah.
They don't know the history of Jerusalem. They don't know the history of Israel. I have a lot of friends. I had the same discussion. I go to the pool. I meet a lot of people there, and I had this discussion because I find it very. It's not about humanity. This thing is not about humanity, right? People die all the time.
So you think this is not about humanity at all?
This is not about humanity. It's about winning or losing. This is all about winning or losing. Who's gonna win and who's gonna lose?
But at the moment right now, Palestine is losing really bad. At least to what we can see in terms of how it's been projected to the world, though.
I mean, if you want to go for a war, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. You need to be strong. Like if you have a broken leg and a broken hand, you cannot go and fight, do wrestling, right?
No,
you can't think that you're gonna go and win the wrestling competition over there.
Yeah,
if you with a broken hand and leg, that's what they did, and of course they're gonna lose.
So you think? So from your point of view, it's like they weren't prepared.
They
weren't prepared for the adversary they were going against, basically.
No, what they did in October 7, 2003, they were not prepared. They were not as strong as Israel. But still they did it because they thought that was the right time to strike. The COVID just got over and they wanted to strike. They wanted to prove, and this is what they keep doing. It's in the history.
Let's see.
History of the terrorist I'm talking about. Hamas is a terrorist.
Yeah,
okay? I'm not
they're
talking
a
about
terror organization.
Not talking about the public. Hamas is a terrorist organization, and it has been announced by the whole world that they are the terrorist organization. But still, there are people holding the board saying that I support Hamas and all, which is weird. Another thing. Anyways, but people, why I blame these people, and why I have no sympathy. I might have having sympathy towards the kids and all, but of course, we have to also believe that we have to pay for our parents' sins. Sometimes children have to pay for their parents' sins. That's why I said, who's going to hold these people accountable? The children will have to pay for the parents' price, whatever the parents do. Okay, and then of course, if they live a good life, serve the people, maybe all of their sins will be gone away by the time they grow old and die, the children. But they will have to serve.
Yeah, yay, we're back. Sorry.
Yeah.
We just had a little break. Phew.
Okay. So I'll just say one small thing here, okay, when it
Uh-huh.
comes to Israel and Palestine. I have friends who are Muslims,
All right.
and I spoke to them about this, all right? I said, what do you think about it? And then they started obviously saying that, of course, Israel is blah, 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 blah. America is blah,
Is
blah,
a
blah, and blah. Which is
yeah.
a very common thing when it comes to them. Ask them anything, and they blame everything on Israel and America, which is
Yeah.
fine, which is what they've been taught, and that's the only thing they know. Then I asked them one question. He told me, that Muslim friend of mine said that the Israelis came to Palestine and occupied their land.
Yeah.
Okay, they settled there.
Yeah.
They were given a land to live there, and they settled and they took over. This is what they told me.
Yes, correct.
So in that, I just have one single question for them,
Mm-hmm.
which will dismantle all of their
Argument.
arguments. The question is, where was Jesus born? Where in the world was Jesus born? And how many years ago was Jesus born?
According
And
to the
how many
scripture,
years back
about
was
2,000 years ago.
when was Muhammad? When was he on this earth? How many years back was Muhammad on this earth?
I think it was after Jesus.
1500 years back. Jesus came to this earth 500 years before Muhammad.
Uh-huh.
Jesus was born where?
I don't even know.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, yeah, it was about Jerusalem.
Are
Yeah.
you not a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian, but
What
it was.
kind of
They
Christian are
say
you?
Jerusalem, they say Bethlehem. We don't know which one it is.
We know Jerusalem. We are not Christians, but we know Jesus was born in Jerusalem. Okay?
Alright, okay. We're talking white Jesus
Yeah.
or,
So Jesus was born in Jerusalem. Where is Jerusalem? Where is it located?
yeah, but it's located
Where?
in Judah, right?
Where is Judah located? Israel.
Yeah, but okay.
Israel.
Okay, wait. But as you know,
So how
Okay.
how is it how is that land belong to the Palestinians? How does it belong to
okay,
the
okay.
Arabs?
Pause. You're misinformed now. You're misinformed
Okay.
because
Inform
I
me.
actually looked at it a couple of months ago. The land. There's actually a video that we can find. Actually, let me see if I can get the video.
Okay, I'm waiting. You better prove me wrong.
You understand?
If
Because-
Jesus came to this world 2,000 years back.
So the thing is that you see that is
So
another thing.
how does this land belong to the Arabs?
Okay, they've always lived there. Okay,
Who lived there? Who? Human beings live there. We know that. But
Alright.
we're talking about, does it belong to the Israelis or the Palestinians? Who are the settlers here? That's the question.
So
Oh, you watching this video?
no.
Oh,
I'm not-
you got your information from
No, I'm not. I'm just because the thing is that it's called information comparing. This is not some research or anything like that. All right, because I I'd rather compare information rather than speak out of terms, because from what I know, it's because when you compare information, doesn't mean you automatically believe in what you see,
No,
but it just give you a better understanding of
but
what the situation
you
is.
You don't have to watch these videos. You just quite answer my question.
Uh-huh.
Where was Jesus born? How many years he was born? How many years back
wait.
it work? What? How many years back did he walk on this earth?
Okay, wait. Then you want to go based on the biblical text information that we have in the Bible.
No, this is historical. This is not biblical. This is a
But
historical evidence.
Bible, you can say Bible is an historical textbook too.
No. We're keeping Bible and Quran aside.
Okay.
We're just talking about the history.
Okay. You see, that is why I can't voluntarily actually give you an answer to this, because me personally, to be completely transparent with you.
Would you like to go ahead
The
and
history,
find the answer though?
the history that we have today, I don't believe none of this history at all. No more. I stopped believing it about a couple of years ago. Bible, Quran, Muslim, God, heaven, earth. I'm questioning every fucking thing. You understand? Because there seems to be a lot of misinformation or withheld information. Okay? A lot of information has been withheld. A lot of things have been done in justification because of the so-so scripture said this, scripture said that. This is why I said,
I'm gonna debate
you can
on
disagree with me, it's fine. This is why I had issues with this, that. This is why I said,
Fine.
I got back from work. I'm like, okay, let me put each side. Let's just forget Israel. Let's forget Palestine for a second. Let's put that aside. People were dying.
People dying every day, everywhere in the world.
You understand?
You're just talking about numbers.
I get it. I
You're
get
just
it. But
talking
people
about
were
some
dying.
People are dying more somewhere, and some
Man.
people are dying less somewhere.
People were dying in Africa too. People were dying in Nigeria. People were dying in Congo. People were dying in Sudan. You understand? And what I really broke it down to be completely honest with you, is that what is the justification to see another man lose his life? And most of the justification, it's usually something along the line of religion. One way or the other, every way you're gonna slice it. They always have the end in the cookie jar.
Okay, let me raise my hand here.
All right.
This war was not about religion, was it? Do you think the Israel-Palestine war is about?
I don't think it's about religion. But for me, the thing is that there's still a little bit of a religious context about it, because one
in which
represents as
side?
Jewish, one represents as from Islam. So it's this is why I said for me, it came down to humanity. All right. Like I said, I don't have to be from Palestine, and I don't have to be from Israel, because the thing is that at the beginning of this whole thing, when this thing happened, October maybe 2 or 3 years ago, it was Hamas that actually started this. Really.
Yes.
You understand?
Nobody wants to remember.
You
October
understand?
7, 2023.
Over
They think that
2,000
those
people.
2,000 people didn't die. This never happened. That was just a hoax. And there's people.
There was video on it. Everybody can see the video.
But if you go and talk to the supporters, the ones who support this,
No.
they said this never happened.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
a made-up story.
No.
They don't believe this.
There was videos of it, like literally. And the thing is that if that's the case, then why was there prison exchange?
And the prisoners are still there. I mean, I think I don't know if the last prisoners are still out or not, but they're still there, right? The hostages. So you said that you don't want to believe in the historical books or the history of these books since few years
All
back.
of these
okay?
books for me, I just think the Bibles, the Quran, there's about 5 billion books written by some God knows what. But the thing is that they all see all sort of things that you gotta understand. We have a tendency to exaggerate things a lot. Okay, I can tell you right now that I spent 5-6 hours before we start this live stream. Oh, then if I want to write a book, I'm like, on every day it takes me about 15 hours to start, because I need to be very articulated. I need to make sure that I put everything together. But that is me adding more hours to something that didn't happen. This is how I see all this context, all these books that we so put all our lives in, we put all our beliefs in. Me personally, all right, what I really struggled with is that where is the humanity in us? Why do I need to see a child getting bombed out of their legs, regardless of, even though if I'm Palestine or if I'm from Israel, I'm talking about humanity. For me, that is what really drives me crazy the most, is that we've completely lost humanity. We've thrown it away. We've now replaced humanity with picking sides. Because the bottom line is that
I only pick the right and the wrong side.
I get it. You're looking at it, which is another way that this conversation actually need to be had. There has to be a level of understanding from what is right,
what is wrong,
and what is wrong. Realistically, based on this most recent one that happened, because they say they've been fighting each other God knows how long. Based on this most recent one that happened, it was Hamas that started this, because they went into Israel and unalived a lot of people in the broad daylight.
And then took the people too and kept them hostages.
If they
had just kept them, killed them and left them, and
you understand, that would have been,
if the people were not kept in hostage in that situation, that would have been a different case.
That would have been a different case. So this is why I said I do agree with you, because this is why the bottom line is that what has the old Israel politics, what has it done? It's done nothing but create more chaos in this world. It's done nothing but create more division.
But who do you blame? Somebody started it, but then blame is going to somebody else. Like tomorrow, somebody comes to your house, takes your children as a hostage, kills all your family. What are you gonna do? Your kids are there under the as a hostage. Your kids are there.
Oh shit!
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna think about humanity, or are you gonna bloody go and kill all of them who took your kids, destroy their lives? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go and kill all of their kids too because they came and put your kids in the oven and cook them? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go and meditate in the mountains?
Jesus Christ! You just drove on that person.
Logic.
Oh shit! This is why I told you. See, another thing I realize is that all my life, ladies and gentlemen, all my life, I don't know if yours do. There's never been 1 year in the entire this world that there's no war one place. Are we really that destructive of species?
Yes.
That's the only thing that we create.
Yes,
we
are.
do.
We humans are very destructive. We are a destructive species. We are the most destructive species. Destroy the river. We destroy the trees. We destroy the land. Of course, another human being is nothing for us. When we have the audacity to go and try to mess with egoism we have as the kind of species we are.
Yeah.
And you're talking about humanity? We're living in a world where they're taking out tears from small kids by killing them. This is what we're talking about. Then you're talking about bombing the Palestinian children. That's what you see in the videos. There are so many things that you can't even see. That's horrible things that are happening.
There was a lady that followed me on TikTok yesterday. I look at it and I was ashamed because I couldn't respond back to her. She's she's on the ground right now in Palestine. I can even show you her page right now. And she said whatever you can do to support, because there's a lot of people in need of help right now.
No, nobody needs help. They have a lot of money. Sorry, that's bullshit. No, they don't need our money. They have a lot of money. These people have billions and billions of dollars. They're not looking for your money. They're looking for your sympathy, because $1 you give for this cause, you're giving your support. That's a support. That's not a $1. That's what they're looking for, your support.
Okay, so I'll put it this way, because I want to get something. I want to get something clear. Okay, from your perspective, because you asked a question that was very important. As of lately, the whole situation between Israel and Palestine, it started because Hamas attacked Israel.
Right.
So let's just say based on that, if Hamas never attacked Israel, we wouldn't have been dealing with any kind of situation right now. Is that where your mind is basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now I kind of get where you're coming
would
from
be
now.
the same thing same thing would be going on, because before the war started, we didn't know much about Palestine and Israel.
Yeah, we know, but because like I said again, this is another thing again that's been in the Bible, that they've been, there's been some, like, I don't know if there's a cause in the Bible that they're always going to fight each other till kingdom come or wherever it is. But the thing is that even though if there's a lot of research that said that even though when they allocated the land to Israel for them, Israel to take part of it, but for the last 50, 60 years, they can see how much Israel has taken a lot of the land. But I'm just saying is that I have a question.
Nobody took the land, by the way. You're wrong there.
So, like I said, we will go back 60 years from now because they said that they came into the land, okay? Because after what happened to them in Germany, they were allocated for them to like a sanctuary, basically, for them to start again.
Nobody allocated that to them. Can I tell how it
How?
happened? After the Holocaust, the Israelis needed a place to go away from Germany. They just wanted to go away from there.
All right.
So people, it's not only in Israel the Israelis have settled. There's a number of Israelis who settled different parts of the world as well.
That's correct.
But a huge number of them, they went back to their roots. Basically, their roots.
Oh, so you're telling me that they traced their roots back and they lead them back to Palestine?
They know that's their roots. They had just gone away. They did have a few. It's not like everybody had left. There were Israelis living there.
All right.
Okay. It's just like you and me left our houses and we are here right now.
Yeah, correct.
So if they don't want immigrants living here anymore and they're trying to chase away where we're going to go. Where are we going to go? Now I don't have anybody living back in my country because all of my family settled everywhere else. Only my house is there. And maybe another 50 years after I die, maybe there's going to be no trace of it. Doesn't mean that I didn't come from there.
Fact.
You understand?
Fact.
My roots are from there. So if you are in that situation like the Holocaust, you want to go back to your roots just to feel you belong there.
Somewhere.
Yeah. That's what they did. Okay? And there were people living there. Of course, it had been many years that they left. There are people, of course, they'll be living there. Right? Human beings will be living there. And
So
the Arabs had come and settled over there.
So let me get something straight because I want to try to understand where you're coming from. So you're telling me that the land has always belonged to Israel?
It's always. Jesus was born in Jerusalem, Israel.
All right, you know
How
what?
you deny that?
I will look
Talking
into this. I'll actually spend some time this week. I'll look into it.
The other thing about settling and then the Israeli taking over the land. Let me make it clear over here. Israeli people never took anybody's land. What happened was after they settled there, they had their certain area which was allocated to them, and then the rest was allocated to the Arabs, which was majority of the area. But the problem with the Muslims are that they do not want to coexist with another religion, because once Israel came and settled there, obviously they didn't have anything in the beginning, right?
Yes.
Israelis didn't have anything when they just came with their
Just
cause.
yeah.
But they are so good in business. And see, just because somebody is so good and better than you in business and academics doesn't make them criminal. If somebody is better than you, you should try to learn something from them rather than get jealous of them. You understand? So they were good. Whether they got support from America or this or that, that is their skill. Today, you are doing a podcast channel. If you're going to get Elon Musk support, if he's going to come to your channel, a lot of YouTubers are going to be jealous of you. It doesn't make you the bad person. It's your skill. It's your talent. Okay? They got this support because of their communication talent, whatever they did. They grew the country. They became a little bit stronger. They followed their Jewish religion. And Muslims were not happy about that. And then there were 4 different wars that took place. Are you aware of these wars? I'm sure you know.
No, I'm not aware of the wars.
Okay,
Please
so
educate me,
before
please.
this Hamas war, there were 4 other wars. The Muslims, they kept coming and attacking the Jewish people so that they can kill them and chase them away. Every time the Arabs came to attack the Jewish fought back and chased them away. So if you come into my house, now I have been given a land, right? I've settled, I've made a country for myself here. I'm living peacefully and growing my country with my people and becoming stronger. If you're coming and attacking me, I'm going to attack you. And the rule of the war is, if I win, I'm going to take a part of your land. You understand? That's going to happen. I'm going to chase you out from where you came, and that area is going to be mine.
I see.
And that's how they took over the land. Every 4 wars were lost. 4 times, not 1 time.
I see.
And every time they came, attacked the Jewish, the Jewish won, and they took over a certain portion. And they started dividing. Even you can see those roads.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Up and down.
Yeah.
If the Israelis are living a good life with a swimming pool, that is their hard-earned money. They invested all the money to grow their country. economically make it stronger rather than invest their money in terrorist activities. The Israelis don't have terrorist groups in the world. They just have Mossad inside their country. So what? Let them have whatever they can have. At least as long as they're not coming into your country and attacking you and trying to put their religion on your head. Whatever they're doing inside their countries, we all do that. Don't we? Don't we do that in our own countries? This is the fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the hottest podcast I've done ever in my life. This shit is hot right now. Pause. Ooh-wee.
So yeah, do a little bit of research.
I'm gonna do research. I'll do some research about it. Do you understand? I know you throw some low ball on me right there. You told me that you said, why am I not talking about what's going on in my Africa? The thing, I've talked about Africa quite a lot. I did talk about Africa a lot in terms of the issues with Africa is that we have a lot of people who also call the leaders. They're just full of mismanagement.
Where are the protesters on the street?
Yeah.
Where are the protesters? Why aren't
Africans.
are they not humans anymore?
Africans protest.
Africans are not human beings.
That make me laugh.
No, Africans protest. Why? When it was Palestinians, there were all kinds of race of people were going there and protesting for them.
I'm sure you were here in Australia too. Like, you know, so for me, when the protesting happened here in Australia, I didn't go because the thing is that, for me, like I said, I don't disagree. In fact, let's assume everything you said is correct. Okay, let's assume everything that you said in terms of how things has been. My point is, why should I see an innocent person getting killed for something that a group of people do in the name of Islam, or call themselves Muslims? You understand? And this is where I said I have issues with it, that we have lost our humanity. You understand? Because we rather see another people dying, and we show no sympathy, no empathy, no nothing. That we can just see people unalive and like, it's just one of those things. For me, that is what really saddens me the most, that we are so horrible that we will see people unalive and we don't even care.
See, if we see that with our own eyes, we would feel a lot if that's happening
Absolutely.
in front of our own eyes. Okay, it's not happening in front of our own eyes. Okay,
That is not a justification.
No, and of course it is a justification, because if I see someone doing that to a child in front of me, it could kill me. I would rather die myself to save the child. But because it's not happening in front of my eyes, it's not affecting me that much. That's a fact. And like I said, children are dying everywhere in the world.
That's true though.
Okay.
That was a low blow that you threw, man. I'm like, I thought about it like a pause. Hold on a second.
Everywhere.
Man, you're not lying, man.
Children are getting trafficked everywhere in the world, raped everywhere in the world. There are horrible things happening to the children everywhere in the
Epstein
world.
Island.
It's not only in Palestine.
Epstein Island. Yeah, it's the same old shit. And it takes to our leaders. I want to use this part of this conversation to talk straight to the camera. Our leaders. You see, we know we cannot hold you accountable. We know you have minions. You pay all these spy agencies to spy conversations like this, so you can listen to what somebody says, especially if it's an immigrant, because I got that insight about it too. You guys don't like it when immigrants have this sort of conversation. But the question to ask is that you guys need to actually step up a little bit, because you guys write all these policies, especially in Australia. They write a lot of policies about a lot of things. You understand? And the conversation that they need to have is that it needs to be an open conversation to hear each people's point of view and see exactly where the middle ground is. Because they just go around and just write policies and post policies.
You are expecting too much from these people. That's never going to happen. No, there's no point telling it to them. Honestly. There's no point telling to the politicians, anybody, like any politician that comes out talking, these politicians are all corrupt. All of them are corrupt. There's not a single one who's not corrupt. I would guarantee you that. Everybody has their own motive on what they talk in the camera, their own they want to put their own thought into the people. They have their own motive. That's why they come and talk. Right now, this guy, whoever is talking about Epstein file, or this woman, whoever is talking about, they also support a certain party, in a way or the other.
Yeah. Don't even get me going about the left and right,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call
support
themselves.
a certain maybe they're talking the truth here, or they're talking the facts, but obviously they have a political opinion. Everyone has that. So we talking to the politician, looking at the camera, saying, "Hey, you need to do this, do that." That's bullshit. They're just they're not even gonna bother.
Nope.
Because these rules are made for us, not for them. So why are they gonna even bother about it? It's not gonna impact them in any ways.
All right, let's go to the last topic for tonight. All right.
What's that?
Why do women hate seeing men happy?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, you go ahead. I better come with a good answer.
Because they've been happy all of their lives without the
Oh
women.
God.
That's why we don't want to keep them happy. We don't want to make them too happy, because once they're too happy, they just become like wild animals.
Oh shit! This is the worst excuse I've ever heard in my life. I've heard any kind of this one thing is a holy. What?
Yes.
What?
Bullshit. Bullshit.
That is some bullshit. Wait, you're. Are you telling me that because men have always do things to make us happy?
No, of course they go wild, isn't it? If you keep them too happy, imagine, like, let's say that I have a boyfriend and I'm always trying to keep him happy. He's just gonna take me for granted and go wild.
So, you actually tell me this is an understanding, like this is expected some sort of right.
See, first of all, that question itself is wrong.
No, I'm not. Oh, there's no wrong. What? Because I'm gonna justify the question in a second right now. I'm gonna put up a video. We're gonna watch it together.
Right.
Then I want you to defend your sisterhood from this one. I want you to be able to defend
I
your
haven't
sisterhood.
seen this video, by the way.
Yeah, you haven't seen it, and I'm gonna throw it right under the bus. All right.
This is why women attack men when they're happy.
Women attack men when men are happy? What's an example? Oh, like sports.
Exactly. Ugh, he's so full of himself. And we'll do something to take him down.
So wait, why do women do that?
Because happiness and power comes together in a man's body, and the power is scary. And so we have to diminish the power. So we will attack them when they're happy. They come home, they caught a big fish, or whatever it was they did. If it wasn't something that I did that gave you that feeling, then that's a problem. We never say, you hurt my feeling.
No.
You hurt my feelings. Because they're all right here, and it feels like you stabbed me in the chest, or you crushed.
Can I answer this? I have
No, defend it.
yeah, I'm going to say. First of all the women are not the same in the world.
That's a fact.
First thing I would like to put here. Second
Correct.
thing, this woman who's talking about a happy man brings a power, she is insecure. She's a very insecure woman. I'm sure her husband has left her in her life. She must have married multiple times.
I'm gonna get canceled so bad. I swear to God. What? Want me to say that?
She must be dumped by multiple men in her life. I swear, I'm not joking. This is my opinion about her.
Oh shit.
If she's not able to see somebody happy,
gonna get canceled.
whether that person is a happy man or a happy woman or a happy child, if someone, any human being, is not able to tolerate that shit, that person is so insecure
Okay.
of other people's happiness.
Okay, so what you're saying is that if a woman is unable to tolerate when a man is happy, she is very insecure.
Very insecure, and she's a person who is just jealous. Doesn't want, because she herself is so unhappy in life. She doesn't want to see another person happy. That's as simple as that. She's very unhappy. She's not getting that love.
Okay. I think I just learned something today. So your breakdown is that if a woman is so jealous because you're happy, it's because she is insecure.
Insecure and unhappy with herself.
And she's unhappy with herself.
Yeah, of
Good
course.
Lord have mercy.
So you need to be careful about this kind of women.
Oh hell no, man. I'm a monk.
Yeah, so it just not just a woman, a man or any human being, somebody who's not able to tolerate or who belittles or puts somebody down, who's happy, and tries to ruin somebody's happiness. What sort of a person do you think that person is?
Yeah.
It's not rocket science to understand.
So you're telling me that it's just a behavior that is so despicable because if you as a woman, if you struggle to see your man happy, it shows your lack of happiness in you yourself, and you're dissatisfied in your own ways. And when you see other people happy, it just irritates you, basically.
Absolutely. When I answered you the first time, because women go wild, that was just a joke because I thought you were asking me in a funny way.
All right, okay.
But after I listened to this woman, it just irritated me myself.
I can see your face already.
I mean, it's irritating. Like she's old, first of all, and at this age, she doesn't even have that kind of wisdom. At this age,
Are you gonna get me cancer? This guy, I don't die.
Honestly.
Oh shit! But the thing is that there's actually another video that I'm gonna show next time when you come up. When our husband is beside her, actually, when he was talking, and he seems to concur with what she's saying because he was like, "Oh yeah, that's exactly what I deal with her every day." And so that is a projection of a woman that feels very insecure.
Very unhappy from inside. And she's not got the love. She's like, she expects from her husband to make her happy, but the husband's, he lost in his own world. He's happy doing his thing, and she can't tolerate that because she wants the attention. She's not getting it.
I see. Wow, look at that. Well. Oh, don't worry. I'll save you. Shit. Man, I'm going to get canceled like a motherfucker. Well, look, if you enjoyed this live stream tonight, just want to say shout out. Thank you to
don't mind my opinion.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
So
I'm just gonna keep it a secret.
Yeah, keep it a secret for now. I just want to say thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And man, by the time I cook up this live stream tonight, I cut it and slice it up. Man, he said a lot of hot things. It's hot. But wait,
I'm hot, feeling hot.
again. Do me a favor, be nice. Just click the comment section, write something. What do you think about the Epstein situation? Who do you think is gonna hold him accountable? And then we're talking about, it's not about right or wrong.
Where was Jesus born? Where was he born?
Oh, was he born?
How many years back?
And how Jesus?
And you don't know anything about Jesus.
With all these shenanigans that we read every day, that we don't know what to believe anymore. But they've done their good job. And lastly, we talked about, why women don't like to see men happy. I think your explanation really, it's the first time that I actually look at it from that point of view. That because the one that you said that resonated with me was when you said she is not happy in herself and she wants him to make her happy. So that's why they're not happy when they see men happy.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much. We're looking forward to see you again another time. Please subscribe, comment, follow. We'll see you again another time. Like I always say, thinking is not illegal.
Yep.
But you can pay me so I can think for you.
Having a different opinion is not wrong.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.